Hello, Panto Archive. Sean Smith here. Thank you so much for sending your questions. I'll tackle them now. So, question 1. Do you think that Panto has had to change in more recent years to become more politically correct and to ensure it does not offend anyone? Well, Panto is the least offensive thing in the world, I think. And obviously it's not setting out to offend anybody, but has it had to change? I think potentially it has, yeah, but that's just the world changing. And the last thing that any Panto wants to do is offend anybody, let's face it, because it's a tradition that's for all the family. So question number 2. If you could appear in Panto with any other celebrity, living or dead, who would it be? First and foremost, thanks for saying other there. I don't consider myself a celebrity one bit, so but I appreciate that. And it would definitely have to be David Jason for me. I'm not sure if he's ever done a Panto before. Maybe some of your people that are watching could enlighten me, but I know that John Chalice does it and he was in Only Fools with him, so that's why he springs to mind. But I always used to watch Only Fools and Horses sitting on my dad's knee when I was young, and we used to literally laugh all the time. I think he's a national treasure. You'd learn so much from him, and he's one of the best comedy actors ever, in my opinion. So yeah, David Jason for me. Number 3. Prior to the dreadful outbreak, sound like Donald Trump then. Prior to the dreadful outbreak of COVID-19, did you have plans already in place for a 2020/21 Panto? How has this affected you? Well, for me, I've been one of the really lucky ones. I'm going to be doing Dick Whittington in the King's Theatre in Portsmouth, which is a homecoming for me. It's going to be so unbelievably special. So I've been one of the lucky ones that hasn't been affected this year, but a huge love has to go out to all my friends who haven't yet got one, and to all the companies that haven't been able to put them on. I think it's so unbelievably sad, not only for the people working in the industry, but also for the people who won't get to watch it, because it really does make the Christmas. So hopefully we're out of this as soon as we can do, and hopefully the theatres will come back stronger and stronger and stronger. I know they will, I've got no doubt. Question 4. Did you watch Panto as a child? What's your earliest memory of it? Of course I watched Panto. I used to go like 3 times, once with my nan and granddad, once with my mum and dad, and once with the school. And I used to find different things in each one that I would laugh at and find amazing. The earliest memory, I'd say, oh my God, I always used to have the biggest crush on the princess that you would believe. Honestly, it didn't matter who played the princess. I just used to be like, I fancy that princess so much. And I used to sort of go home and imagine that I was the hero and got to save the princess, you know. And I don't know whether that sort of like sculpted my little brain, because I've ended up doing that job so many times now. So yeah, amazing memories. Question 5, and finally. Have you ever worked with anyone in Panto who you did not enjoy performing with? Maybe a diva or someone just doing it for the money and hating every second? Brilliant question, by the way. The money thing, no. I don't think that I've ever seen anyone just trying to take in the money. And I think you're in the wrong job if you do, because you have to love it in order to be in Panto. Unless you're a baddie, of course. Diva stories, I think I've got a couple. I remember one of my earliest Pantos, I was only like 19, and I was playing the Prince, and it was with, bless her heart, she's absolutely incredible, by the way, Anita Dobson, and what an absolute superstar. She taught me so much. But I was in the dressing room above her, and there was a sword fight that happened in Snow White, and I was sharing with the dame, and I was just waiting for my next scene, and I was sort of tapping my sword, just maybe out of nerves or whatever, just tapping it on the ceiling. And the next minute she's come up and given me what for. I think she's trying to have a sleep or something, which is completely and utterly understandable. But imagine me being like 19 or 20 and being like, oh no, I'll just upset her. I did the same with Danny LaRue as well. He said that I stepped on his toe, but there could have been anybody that stepped on his toe side stage. But what an absolute legend, God rest his soul. I remember that, and I got into trouble for that as well. One more story just quickly before I go. Hopefully I don't sort of dampen the mood, but I remember getting my script in my first ever Panto this was, and seeing that there was a song in there that I had in my rep I knew I could nail. And I was so excited to perform it, show mum and dad, I'm gonna get to do the song. They were all like so excited. I remember on the first day of rehearsals, I sang it and like the director stood up and clapped, all the people were clapping and everything. And I felt so unbelievably happy. Next day, come into rehearsals and we're not going in there. The star name in the show is in there talking to the director. And I thought, what's going on here? Nobody knew. Anyway, first thing that happened, we all walked in. And the director said, "Oh, we're going to cut short the song, and we're going to swap it out with the lead's magic trick instead." And I was so unbelievably gutted. But and you just think that was a diva moment there. But I feel bad for like ending on such a downer. As we all know, I absolutely adore Panto, and long may it continue. Hope that was fun.